Pakistan has sealed one of the biggest arms exports deals in its history to sell military equipment worth $4 billion to Libya. This comes despite an arms embargo by the UN on the war-ravaged North African nation. The deal is a big shot in the arm for the newly minted Chief of Defence Forces Asim Munir. Sale of weapons to Libya will not only build Pakistan's image as a weapons exporter, but it will also boost Munir's leadership credentials domestically. Islamabad has been aggressively promoting its military hardware, which essentially is all Chinese equipment rebranded in Pakistani colours. Reuters reported that the lucrative deal included supply of fighter jets, trainer aircraft, and other military hardware. The multi-billion-dollar agreement was finalized after a meeting between Pakistan's Field Marshal Asim Munir and the Deputy Commander of the Libyan National Army Saddam Haftar in Benghazi. The development isn't entirely surprising since Pakistan is known for supplying weapons to rogue nations like North Korea in the past. Libya has been under a UN arms embargo since 2011, after the NATO-backed uprising toppled Muammar Gaddafi and fractured the country into rival power centers. Under UN rules, any weapons transfers to Libya now requires approval. It's anyone's guess whether Pakistan or Libyan authorities would have sought an exemption from the embargo. Pakistan will supply 16 JF-17 fighter jets and 12 Super Mushak trainer aircraft to Khalifa Haftar's forces over the next 2.5 years as part of the deal. The JF-17 is jointly developed by Pakistan and China and is marketed as a cheaper, multi-role alternative to Western fighter jets. This new phase of Pakistan-Libya strategic military cooperation is set to bring major upheaval in the North African nation. Khalifa Haftar's forces control the major oil fields and doesn't recognize the UN-backed Government of National Unity, which controls much of Western Libya. China has not only transferred advanced fighter jets to its all-weather ally, but also cutting-edge submarines and combat naval vessels. While promoting his weapons pitch to the Libyan National Army, Munir falsely claimed that Pakistan's armed forces had used 90% indigenous technology in recent hostilities with India. Munir further claimed that Pakistan had downed India's Rafales, Su-30s, MiG-29s, Mirage 2000 and S-400 systems. Worryingly for India, Asim Munir is now successful in selling Pakistani weapons via his blatantly false narrative.
In our just recent war with India, and we have shown our technology to the world. Alhamdulillah, our Air Force using that technology, and that is 90% of the indigenous technology of Pakistan. And Alhamdulillah, with his blessings, his nusra and his mercies, the air domain, Rafale, Su-30, MiG-29, Mirage 2000, Alhamdulillah, S-400, all taken out. And as I said last night also to my brother Saddam, that every piece of equipment and technology which is there with Pakistan is available for our brothers. Yeah, in terms of any assistance that you need from Pakistan, that will be available at your doorsteps, inshallah. And this relationship is not new. It was existing since 60s.
Islamabad is using the idea of Ummah to expand its defense exports across Muslim-majority regions. The cunning strategy blends military sales with identity politics, positioning Pakistan not just as a supplier but as a defender of Islamic nations. For now, the Libya deal opens a new foothold in North Africa for Pakistan. For Libya, it signals deeper ties with non-Western defense suppliers. And for the international community, it raises questions about the effectiveness of the UN arms embargo in a country struggling to emerge from years of conflict.